Greetings, Temple Beth Shalom. We are in Parashat Vayeitzei, the Torah portion for this week, from the book of Genesis, chapter 28, verse 10, through chapter 32, verse 3. The story that begins this Torah portion is one of the most important stories to me personally. Jacob is traveling to his family's home to get a wife, or to the family of his mother, that is, and he lays down and puts his head on a rock as a pillow, and as he's dreaming, a ladder is going up, and there's angels going up and coming down all night long, and he wakes up the next morning and he says, "Truly the Eternal is in this place, and I did not know it. How inspiring is this place! This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven." And it is at that moment that Jacob makes the plea to God that if God takes care of him in his life and gives him what he needs to survive, that he will set up this monument, and he will dedicate a tenth of everything he has in life to God. He then goes on to the land and the people of Kedem. He meets some people at a well and asks them where they're from, and they say, "We are from Haran." And he asks them, "Do you know Laban, son of Nahor?" And they said, "We do know him." And there is his daughter Rachel coming with the flock. And he sees Rachel, and he sees Rachel offer to give water to all of the animals that are there. Jacob sees her and cries in a loud voice that he is from her father's kinsman, that he was Rebekah's son, and that she ran and then told her father. Laban, of course, runs out to greet him and brings him to his home. Jacob meets Rachel's sister Leah, and Jacob promises to work 7 years for Rachel's hand. He winds up doing that, working for 7 years, and Laban tricks him, and Jacob actually winds up marrying Leah. So then he works another 7 years for Rachel, and then he winds up marrying Rachel. And as they were getting ready to leave, or actually before they left, Leah has children, Rachel does not. Leah sort of holds it over her head. At one point, of course, Rachel does give Jacob children, and she bores to Jacob Joseph, which becomes his favorite of his sons. Then eventually they all leave. They're all going to head back to the land where he comes from to hopefully re-meet his brother and hopefully fix things and solve the relationship. At least that's what he's hoping for. Rachel tricks her father and takes with her some of her father's idols. And then they leave. And at the very end of this Torah portion, we see, in the morning, Laban got up early, kissed his sons and his daughters, and blessed them. Then he went home. So Laban returned to his place. Now Jacob went on his way, and angels of God met them. And when he saw them, Jacob said, "This is the camp of God." So he named that place Mahanaim. Of course, in next week's Torah portion, we have Jacob, of course, wrestling with the angel. That's next week. So that is it for this week's Torah portion. I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.